2019.
The world was hit with a new strand of coronavirus, a powerful disease that can harm both animals and humans worldwide. In the fight against coronavirus, it has exhausted many nations' resources and left adverse impacts on the economy and lives all over the world. That's when the nations must join hands and make collaborative efforts in the fight against COVID-19. In April 2020, Taiwan helped Lithuania fight COVID-19 with a donation of 100,000 masks. After that, in 2021, Lithuania sent the island nation 20,000 dosages of the vaccine, despite the global shortage of vaccines. Likewise, Vietnam is also a country that has received medical supplies and sources to serve the pandemic combat from partners, neighbors, and international friends such as Laos, Japan, the UK, Korea, Australia, Germany, Cambodia, and Saudi Arabia. This is our joint efforts and members of the global community.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be introducing on the topic that has been of interest since 2019, and that is COVID-19. Two most important topics of concern during the pandemic is definitely the masks and the vaccine. So, my topic today will be the partnership behind the masks. Now talking about Taiwan. Before the outbreak of COVID-19, there was not a lot of contact between Taiwan and Lithuania. But as you can see in this lovely illustration, in April 2020, Taiwan helped Lithuania fight COVID-19 with a donation of 100,000 masks. In return, when it's most needed in June 2021, Lithuania with only 1/10 of population of Taiwan actually donated 20,000 doses of COVID vaccine, which honestly is quite impressive and helps a lot.
Also, what about our 4.5 million doses channel through the COVAX facility, 3 million doses from Japan, 2 million doses from the US, and 0.5 million doses from China, and 1,000 doses from Russia. Vietnam also donated more than 500,000 Vietnamese made antibacterial face masks to the UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. And sent medical supplies to China, Laos, and Cambodia, such as the Rakitech and the PCR tech. Next.
So why is the partnership important? Goal 17 is the key to realize the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. There are three aspects: social progress aspect, economic growth aspect, and environmental protection aspect. Economic-wise, we want to make business activities a lot easier. Social-wise, we want to ensure social security and build meaningful, lasting friendships.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, strong international cooperation is needed now more than ever to ensure that countries have the means to recover from the pandemic, do about better, and achieve the sustainable development goals. Partnership plays a vital role in developing the economy among countries, since it brings together communities, businesses, and individuals to reach the same goals. It forces them to help and support each other to overcome difficulties and respond to crises head-on. Besides, the partnership would help to remedy environmental problems as we live in the same world and breathe in the same air.
As everyone knows, the pandemic really impacts a lot of people. Here are three examples to show how the earth actually closed down due to COVID-19. The first one is school closed. The second is the border between countries shut down. Economic recession also happened. This is really unavoidable to a lot of people.
Also, the lockdown causes the economy and stocks to go down, people losing their work, and several companies have a lot of debt and have been at risk of being declared bankrupt. The graph here shows that the Chinese economy shrinks for the first time in decades, and its year-on-year GDP has fallen into negative territory. Next. Also, COVID-19 widened the gap between people in rich and poor countries. An example is that the rich countries are planning for the third jab while poor countries don't have enough vaccines. Next.
If you have extra money, can you go back, please? If you have extra money during the pandemic, consider donating to a charity to help people that are suffering. There's a high chance many charities in our community are looking for help dealing with COVID-19, such as food banks and homeless shelters, etc. Richer and more financially stable countries should think about donating to more poorer countries to control starvation, hunger, and homelessness better. Next.
For education, we want to increase students' exchanges between countries, such as between Taiwan and Vietnam or from East Europe. Because we are still in a pandemic, due to restrictions, we would like to facilitate more inter-country communication through virtual methods, such as virtual meeting and presentations through Zoom. The last one, we would like to encourage students to study abroad when all of the restrictions are lifted and everything returns normal, by providing scholarship and financial aid to promote a lot of students study abroad and experience different cultures.
Last but not the least, tourism-wise. We may want to cooperate with other countries to promote tourism and outstanding destinations. To do so, we want to take photos to introduce our local beauty to friends around the world. This is our lovely hometown and our friends' hometown. This is the topic for today. The COVID-19 pandemic has really impacted us since 2019. We are all helping each other and slowly getting through this together. We, as the citizen of the country, can help a lot by doing just little things, such as being careful to stop the spread by wearing masks. Even though it is just a small action, we can still help the whole world in the long run. As long as our partnership works and lasts, there's hope in our life. Thank you for listening.
You can answer the questions now.
We are going to answer the question, why do you focus on the partnership between Taiwan and Lithuania? So Lithuania is one of the countries that donated vaccines to Taiwan after Taiwan donated medical supplies to them. But the most important reason is Lithuania is really similar to Taiwan. It is not big and it is not rich, but it can help, and so does Taiwan.
I'm going to answer more with the question that why do you focus on the partnership between Taiwan and Lithuania? Because Lithuania is a west side European countries and they really come into contact with us in the East Asia. Besides, they also donated twice. This is very thankful and pleasant surprise for the people in Taiwan.
So next, we are going to invite our partner to answer the question.
I will now answer this question. Can you tell us how to make the opening skit? We got inspired to do it on Zoom because even though some countries may be far away from each other, but we still try our best to help each other with what we can. The making of the video was pretty fun as we all got to work together to make it look as fabulous as possible. However, it was quite hard as we made a few mistakes during the filming, so we had to film it over and over again until we got the perfect video. We had to cut out some printings and use them to pass it out to each other like how countries helped each other during the pandemic.
So now I'm going to answer the question, how do you plan to coordinate help for COVID patients all around the world, especially in underdeveloped countries? So for this question, we exchange some medical supplies and we also provide some resource such as doctors and nurses to their hospital. So that is the most actual solution to help them.
I am going to answer the question. Why do you think your plan will help Taiwan and other countries develop a more stable economic? For this question, like our presentation, we say that Taiwan donated Lithuania masks and Lithuania donated vaccines to Taiwan. And after the pandemic, we have the friendly relation. And after the pandemic, we can exchange goods or something to each other.
So now I'm going to answer the question why you encourage students study abroad and which SDGs combined with. So encourage students study abroad is because we want to let our students to experience more different cultures, like some Vietnam's cultures. So we use Zoom to presentation and we can learn each other's cultures.
I'm going to answer the question, who provided your resources? There are many charities in every city in Taiwan donated vaccine or masks to other country or our government or the poor people in Taiwan.
Do you want to answer more questions, partners?
So I'm going to answer the question. Why do you think your plan will help Taiwan and other countries?
Time's up. Time's up. Thank you for your presentation and answering. Thank you.